Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're well. We're back in Utopia today and we're going to be finishing off the alligator, crocodile and gharial habitat. Filling in gaps around here, doing the lighting, which is something I realised I didn't do in the elephant enclosure, so I will go back and do a bit of lighting in there. And then moving on to our next habitat, which I think is going to be a cat of some sort, possibly a leopard, not sure. Might use the jaguars that I've already got in my collection. So yeah, that's a possibility. Probably something here, and I want to do something really cool. I've got a good idea for this. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to be probably in this gap here, and it's going to involve a floating restaurant over the top of a habitat. So yeah, going to be interesting to see if I can pull off what I'm thinking of doing there. But there we go. So what have we got left to do in here? Not a huge amount. I need to fill these gaps in, so let's move on with that first, I think. So let's do some rocks in here first. Let's go Taiga. So most of these rocks are going to get hidden anyway, so it's not vitally important exactly how they look. I'll still keep them looking decent, but it's not a massive issue. In fact, I tell you what, I don't really need to do the whole thing. Thinking about it, I could get away with sort of the edge like this. I'll tell you what, I'm probably better off using these ones because they're flatter, aren't they? So yeah, it doesn't really matter if you can see some greenery underneath, because yeah, that's absolutely fine. Let's line the edge like that. That's fine. I can paint that, and then I can just whack some. Oh, hello. What's going on there? I have no idea what just happened there. I think my internet might have just gone down for some reason. When my internet suddenly drops, it loads up my Firefox page and tells me about it. Very strange. I don't think that'll affect my games, hopefully. Right, let's get this in up here. Something like that. Let's get a bit of an edge here. And over here. There we go. And then I think I'll probably fill this back bit in with rocks here. And obviously I will decorate this building as well at some point, but for now let's just do that. Let's go with that for now. Actually, I can probably squeeze a bit more in like that, just to kind of fill that out, and then I'll build around that. Cool. Okay, so that's looking good. I will just get rid of soil in here because I'll put soil in here, get rid of the grass, because there's not going to be grass growing down here, that's for sure. And oh, I'll tell you what, this might look nice actually. Let's do not bracken spelled like that, bracken spelled like that. I could do a nice sort of dense thicket of bracken at the bottom of this. Because then there's going to be trees growing up through this. And then we've got this one that kind of goes right down low on the floor. Don't mind a little bit of soil showing through, but don't want too much really. Depends how dense I do the trees as well, though. I don't know how I'll do that yet. Let's have a look. So I think I want this to be fairly thick with trees, and I probably want the same trees as I've used here, so I'll probably actually just come in here and steal some of these. So I'm just going to kind of whack some in and play around with it as I see fit. I'll get one or two over that side, I think, as well. Definitely want these lovely yellow ones. I mean, they are a bit big. I might only be able to fit a couple in. But that's what I want. I want it to look quite dense, you know. I don't want you to be able to see from one side to the other. Yeah, that's good. And then actually I might just get one of them on this corner here. Really create those little sort of doorways where the steps are. Little windows. I don't maybe do I want that window there or not? Possibly not. What other trees have we got here? What's this one? The Korean pine. Let's get a bit of this in here. I like that. It's a nice contrasting texture, this one. Let's get one there. I think we're pretty full up over this side. Actually, those two are a bit close together. I'll tell you what, let's squeeze one of those in there. And then I think this one needs to just move over here, maybe sink down a little bit at the front here. Let's bring it right out like that. How's that? From this side as well. Yeah, that's looking good. But you can kind of see through, but not too much. That's what I wanted. So you just get that sort of a barrier between the two areas. Excellent. Okay. Should we decorate this little building here? This is just going to be a really simple little, probably just a little brick building. It really doesn't need to be anything fancy. I quite like the brick look. Oh, it helps if you actually go into it and edit properly, doesn't it? So this is just going to be as square is possible to be, like that. And then let's go with one of those, and not that one. I always get these wrong. Not that one, it's this one. Like so. Back to the bricks. And we'll get ooh, what's going on there? There we go. Get that and that. Nice. Right, let's come out of here. Let's go into our conservation pack, because you know I just love this stuff. So let's see what I can do with this. Is that going to be too long? Let's get the angle snap on here. Let's see if this is, no, I think that's going to be fine. I want to create like just a, I don't know really, some sort of roof, little canopy over the doorway. Something like that. Let's get a clock. Let's Yeah. Let people know what the time is. That's always good, isn't it? And then is there, I think there is a little trellis or something somewhere. What have we got here? A little wooden trellis, or we've got some actual looking trellis, hexagon stuff. That's quite interesting looking. Let's see what it looks like actually up against there. Just thinking of growing something up here on each side. Tell you what, let's just flip that one round just so it's not identical. Okay, and then let's just see if I can find something in here which looks like it could grow up there. I'm just thinking something like this, just kind of sunk in, you know, make it look like it's growing up here. Doesn't have to have reached the top yet. There we go. And then something on the other side. No. Might just go for something green maybe on this side. Actually, that's quite a nice one. Let's go with this. I think this one, let's go a bit higher up with this one. And let's branch it out on there as well. That looks good. Okay, and then I think we need to put in a tiny bit of soil at the bottom, so it looks like these things have actually got something to grow out of, like that. I think that looks cool. And there we go. Easy. I like that. Nice and gentle, simple. Does what it says on the tin. Excellent. Don't mind it being bare on the back there. That's absolutely fine. Cool. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now, what do I want to do with the lighting? So, if you remember over here, I had these cool palm trees, and I do really like these. So I'm wondering if I want to continue using them just on this big pathway, because these big pathways are sort of stopping now. This one will probably continue, but I do like these, so I think I might continue these along here. Let's try and get them in the middle of the path if I can. Actually, did I just put that way too deep? I did. Let's get them up to the right level, which is about that, I think. Yeah, just a bit of the white showing. Right, so let's get some of these along here. And then I'm going to do something similar on the smaller paths, I think, but I'm not sure yet. I want to get some benches and things down here as well. Okay. So yeah, so we've got this smaller pathway. I don't know what sort of lighting might work here. I tell you what, I like the idea of a cypress tree like that has some lights on it. Yeah, maybe a smaller one like that. Now let's come out and have a look at our lights. I have no idea what might work. I probably need to go to night time. Oh, I tell you what, that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? If you just kind of sink a few of these in. It's quite subtle, isn't it? Which I like. I like subtle. Sometimes I like in your face, but sometimes subtle is good. you know, just something like that just creates enough light. Just get one there. I quite like that. There we go. Let's just come into this and let's go back to here. Yeah, because we need to put on a little bit of soil at the bottom. Let's go with this one actually. There we go. That looks nice. Beautiful. I like that. Okay, so where do we want these to start? I guess around here. Not going to need thousands of them, but they kind of fit in with the theme of this area, so I think they work quite well. Got to be careful not to put them on slopes. And it's not like we play the game at night, but if I put it tonight, I want it to look nice. Okay, is there one more, or maybe, yeah, let's go over here now. Not right at the bottom of the steps. Okay, and over here. Where are we? Where did we start? We started there. Let's get one there. And let's get one there. Yeah, I'm going to get one here as well, actually. There we go. Right, let's just pop that to night time and see how they look for the main path. That's pretty cool. Quite like that. We've got our palm trees there. Right, so yeah, so we don't need huge amounts of lighting. I'd like some lighting in the water, I think. So let's have a look at that. So I'm thinking something like this with a nice orange glow. Actually, do you know what? That looks really cool, doesn't it? Having the lighting coming up through there. Look at that. That looks so cool. That's a really nice effect. Alright, let's do that on all of these. Oh man, don't want to change the colour every time. You just sink it in a little bit. Okay, maybe if I just move it around like this, that'll get the job done. Just slot it in there. It's amazing sometimes when you just play around with things like this and you just discover something that works so well that you completely found by accident. Right, was there any more? Oh, look at that. Wow, that glows fantastic, isn't it? Awesome. I don't know that I need much more than that, and actually I think I need something around the back here, because it is very dark. So whether I need, I don't know what I need. Something maybe hanging more like that, kind of hanging off the rock. It's very bright. That's the only problem with that. It's maybe a bit too bright. Oh, there we go. This is a bit more subtle. Look at that. You can actually have these kind of at the back here, just up against the rocks. And it that will just provide enough light for people to see where they're going. Here we go. Okay, and then round to the shops. I think the shops are fine. They kind of light themselves, don't they? Although, actually, I'll tell you what, this might look nice, having one of these sunk behind there. I'll leave it showing, but it gives that nice orange glow, doesn't it? Okay, let's have a look. So this is good all around here. Right, and then we need to do the same on this side here. Like so. Maybe one or two kind of buried down in here. Might look nice. Just providing a little glow as you walk down the stairs there. Like that. So actually I don't think I am going to do underwater glow. I think that might be over the top, and I think it might detract from the cool looking pillars. Tell you what, the only other thing I might have a quick look at is this shelter here, and whether I can do the same, because I think I think this is going to look good on here as well, isn't it? If you do that, just subtle. I don't think I need. Well, I kind of like the idea of it looking heated, actually. So yeah, maybe if I do a couple like that. Right, is that actually inside? Yes, it is. Good. I think, are we roughly in the right place? It's hard to see, but yeah, I think that's pretty close. And then up to the top as well. Oh yeah, that does look good. My only concerns with these trees is that may look a little bit Christmassy, but I think I've got away with it because they're not really decorated, are they? And they're not silly colours, so yeah, I think that works okay. I particularly love the glow on these. Very cool. So that's kind of all I'm doing for lighting, I think. Or do I want a couple of blue bits around the fountain here? I think I probably do. I know it looks good when you do this. Actually, it can look really nice on the rocks as well. Just highlight bits of rock, just sink the light in. Just kind of keep going until you think you've done enough, really. It's kind of tricky in some places. Yeah, again, nice and subtle. I like that. I think that looks good. So that's our lighting there. Now, I didn't do lighting over on the elephants. I'm not sure that they really need a lot. I think the fountain might be the only bit that I really want to do, because I kind of feel like the rest is kind of looking after itself. I do like the orange, so I might just try and, I don't know, what does the fountain need? I don't think it needs a lot, I'll be honest. I think actually, I'll tell you what I need to do is come into this, and yeah, I need to do that so that the light is right in the middle, and then make it orange. Kind of just move it up and down a bit and get it into the right spots so that it's lit up in the right way. There we go, look at that. Yeah, that looks nice. I don't think the actual habitat itself needs it. I'm certainly not going to do all the blue on the waterfall. That would take too long and just look a bit over the top, I think. But you've got the lighting around the outside, so I think that's fine. So I think the last thing to do is some benches and excuse me, benches and yeah, picnic benches as well around here. Excuse me. I like the idea of a few picnic benches scattered around. Give people some options of sitting down with their lunch. Actually, I might sort of go down the middle with a couple. There's so much room on this walkway that it kind of makes sense that you would have them in the middle. Maybe a couple over here. I did want these nice big walkways through the main sort of the arteries of the zoo. Oh, look at that, people are using them already. Just because it's, you know, it can get very overcrowded, this game, if you have small pathways everywhere. And then I think I'll do some benches around this pathway. If I can find some good spots. Yeah, there's plenty of little gaps there, isn't there? Where people could come along and enjoy a sit down, watch the crocodiles. Nice. And then some bins, of course, because everyone drops litter. I was thinking about some vending machines as well, actually, wasn't I? I might just look into that. Again, just to encourage some people up around the back here, because otherwise they're not really coming up there, are they? Unfortunately. I wish they were. Excuse me. Right. Okay, so that is all looking pretty good. I'm happy with the lighting. I'm happy with the foliage. I'm happy with the bench situation. Let's just check out a couple of vending machine options just to see if it is possible to get them up here without looking a bit odd. I mean, you can kind of bury them like that, can't you? And I think you can get away with that quite well, actually. If you get them in just the right place like that, you see, it kind of looks like they're built into the wall, doesn't it? So just a few, because I just, you know, just for the sake of the gameplay, really, I just kind of want some people to actually come up to this part of the zoo. It's a shame to put all this effort in and build all of these cool looking areas if no one's actually coming up here. And that should encourage some people, I hope. How about the crocodiles? Are they actually, yeah, they're not really coming over and using this. There are vista points as well, so that's always an option. I could get a vista point or two maybe up here. Try and encourage people up around the back. I'm not against a little bit of manipulation like that, because at the moment clearly you can see everyone is just gathered around the front there. Which I don't blame them, that's, you know, makes sense. People are at least coming down to this area, which is nice. Hopefully they're using this. Am I missing a vendor? Do I need to employ some vendors? I don't know why I've lost a vendor. I'm not sure quite how that's happened. Because I'm pretty sure I've got vendors turned off. Like, they don't run away, they don't get sacked or anything like that. How many vendors have I got? I've got 6 vendors. I'm not sure how many I need, to be honest. What have I got? I've got 2 things there. I've got a restaurant. How many does that use? What else have I got? I got a shop. That probably uses a vendor. How many does the restaurant use? No idea. Oh, staff, just 1. Right, and then I've got a shop in here, which uses 1, so that's 4. Did I do any more? Did I have more shops? Oh yes, I've got 2 up here, so yeah, that's 6. Okay, so yeah, so I must have lost a vendor at some point. Do you know what, that's weird. I could have sworn I had all of this stuff. Yeah, so they're not getting unhappy or anything. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Never mind. Anyway, let's let's end the episode there, shall we? So yeah, so there we go. That is our crocodile habitat done. And I am well chuffed with this. This is another one that's turned out better than I thought it would, if I'm honest. So that's cool. Let me know what you think. Do you like the end result of my little experiment with underwater viewing? I think it's turned out fantastic. I'm very pleased with it. Next, we are going to move into this area here, and I'm going to do a restaurant, a sort of a round restaurant here with not floating tables, but because the good thing about the restaurant is you don't need to have the tables don't need to be actually accessible. So what you can do, you can have them in places where people can't actually reach, as long as you make it look like they can reach it. So what I want to do is have like this big sunken habitat here. I'm going to have this coming in and having like a waterfall down into the basin. There's going to be jaguars around, and then you're going to have a floating restaurant up the top here connected to this path, and then a sort of a ring of seats around the outside which are lower down than the restaurant, which are connected to the restaurant with fake stairways, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but that's my plan. So that's where we're going to go next. But for now, that is going to do it for this episode. So thank you so much for joining me again. I really do appreciate you spending a bit of your spare time with me. I really appreciate all your support and your comments, so please do keep all of that going. And anything you want to say, do let me know. If you're having fun, hit the like button for me. That would be fantastic. I've just remembered I didn't do this entrance. I will do that off camera in just a minute. There we go. Let's leave it there. Thank you so much, and I will see you again very soon indeed. Take care till then. Bye for now.